once. Today's guest, Netra Antoinette, right?
Hmm.
Doesn't just write romance, she writes redemption, reflection, and revelation. She celebrates the beauty and depth of Black love through stories that don't flinch from real emotion. When she's not penning heart stopping stories that are messy as fuck, she is reading, traveling, bringing her favorite, binging her favorite shows, making skincare magic, or spending time with loved ones. She believes every love story deserves to be told, and that Black love is sacred and revolutionary. So let's get into it,
Okay, period.
girl,
I like that.
girl, girl, girl. So let's start. Black love has been told in so many different forms, from soulmates to slow burns to hard love to soft love. What made you want to join the fold and bring your own interpretation of Black love to the page?
Um, I don't think a lot of people really know how raw love is.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, for example, I was a Disney Channel girl. So I felt like everything that happily ever after was just sunshine and rainbows until I got older and life started lifing. And I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, wait, hold on. They didn't tell us that it's gonna be hard and this day you might go through this. So I read a lot of romance before I got into urban romance.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to reflect like because the black community goes through so much.
Mm.
And it isn't just we gonna go through some stuff. So I felt like it was my duty to also showcase that we can go through a lot, but then still find the love that we deserve.
Understandable. As a Black indie author, what have been some of the joys and challenges of carving space for your voice in a literary world that often overlooks or underrepresent us?
Um, you saying like the challenges that I face?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the hardest thing for me was, and I know this isn't good, was just like acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know a lot of people don't like a lot of on page stuff. Well, I'm gonna just say a lot of readers that we have now are very sensitive. So that's one of the hardest things for me to navigate sometimes when I'm writing because I'm like, okay, what's too much? And what's not enough. So I think that that's the hardest part and the challenge that I face is making sure that I understand that a lot of these stories reflect people's lives. So I try to be respectful to where a lot of stuff isn't on page. So I think that's my hardest challenge in this is I don't want to offend anyone, and I don't know because I'm a reader back in I read snuck and read the old school books, and back in the day, it wasn't no everything is
Mm-mm.
on page. So I think that's the hardest thing for me, in everything that I face is making sure that I try to be a little bit respectful.
Do you think it stifles your creativity? I mean, you can't please everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. And that's something that I'm working on. It's something that I'm working on. Because I realize everything is not for everybody. But I don't know. I thought it was just me because I just be like, man, they so sensitive.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, how do you balance writing for the culture while also reaching across genres and audiences who might not immediately understand the layers of Black love?
Um, See, at first, when I first started writing, I was telling myself, like, okay, hold on, you're putting a little bit too much suspense in it. Or, like, I felt like I was just crossing too many genres. But I think the way that I write, um, because I love Black love is way more than just romance. Like, you're gonna go through a lot that's gonna cause suspense. You're gonna go through different things to where I have to cross certain genres, but it still falls in the romance aspect of it. Um so I had to stop just second guessing myself and just do it. Cause at first I was like, well, how do I label this? Cause this does have a little bit of erotic. It has a little bit of suspense. So I can't just put it and fit it onto one category. So
Yeah, I totally understand that. But at the same time, I'm just like, if it's meant, once again, if it's meant for them It's for them. It's been we've seen ourselves. We had to see ourselves in their white characters and just pretend like they were black. And
Right.
even if the book is good, we literally had to pretend like we were those characters, and it never um they never complained about it. It's only when black books start charting and black books became more seen because of the internet that
Mm-hmm.
it was a problem. Oh, I can't read this because that's a black character. I can't see myself in that character. Not the
It's too
plot,
much
the character.
trauma. I
Yeah.
read for an escape. It's too like okay.
Yeah, that shit is tired. That shit is tired. When you think of the greats like Macmillan, Brenda Jackson, Rochelle Ayers, how do you feel your writing style speaks differently from theirs while like still honoring that lineage of romance?
Um, I would say now they're phenomenal writers, but I would say in the different day and age that we are in, I know back in the day mental health wasn't really something that was really big. And it wasn't something that was always touched upon. So I feel as if now us new writers or people who are like fresh in the game now, we know the importance of it, so we incorporate it more into our romance. And then it hits a little bit different because it's like, okay, these are tough topics that most people don't talk about. So I feel like now we're able to touch on topics as far as mental health that they didn't really touch on.
I don't know why the black community think it's so taboo to talk
Mm-hmm.
about mental health. Like we all know the secrets of our families, and they like we just keep it in the family, and don't
Mm-hmm.
nobody get no help for whatever is going on. It's just so it's so weird to me. But then again, that was a different generation, and they didn't have no choice, and they just like stuck with it.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
like growing up, it wasn't no like my
mm-mm.
kids. I'm quick. What's on your mind? How you feeling? Like my mama. Oh no, she
You
said
better
what she
stop that
said.
attitude,
I don't
girl.
care how you feel about it. So it's a much different thing now because I
Mm-hmm.
made sure I didn't feel like I had a voice because I did have strict parents. But now my kids, if something bothering you, tell me. If you don't want to hug that person, you ain't gotta hug them. I don't care if it is your uncle. So
Hell yeah.
it's real different now the way that I'm raising my kids.
As it should, because at the end of the day, those kids have to grow up, and you don't want to continue the cycle. And that's the
Mhm.
problem. We continue in cycles that need to be broken, should have been broken a long time ago. And
Right.
and I hate to say this, but that's where a lot of kids wind up in jail. That's where a lot of kids be on the wrong side of the tracks. Now, don't get me wrong, it's just some that just get the excitement for being on the wrong
Mhm.
side of the tracks, but that's where it leads. You know what I'm saying? If you stifle your kids like that, now I ain't saying let them run over you, cause
Yeah, yeah.
but you know that's the thing. So I want to talk about the Hideaway Haven series.
hmm
All right, so book one, um, the rose I became, or what was it?
Right. I rose to
I
become.
very poetic, might I add. Um, so Sydney Rose is a therapist helping others heal while her own life is falling apart and shit.
hmm
What inspires you to explore that healer who needs healing narrative?
Um, because I feel like that has been my life and a lot of people's lives because I don't know. I can be going through something, but if my friend called me, I feel I feel like I'm getting my mind off what I'm going through because I'm helping somebody else. And I do feel like the hardest thing for us to do sometimes is practice what we preach when it comes to topics like relationships and love and everything. So I wanted to showcase that because a lot of people don't like therapy. And so I
Mhm.
did want to showcase that, yes, she's a therapist, but she's not perfect. Therapists go through things too. Even if you are a therapist, you still have to do work. So I wanted to showcase that because I have heard people saying, like, why should I go to them? And they think they know everything. No, they don't know everything.
You know
So,
what? It was just an interview with Angel Reese, and what's her name? Manalia. That's her name. She's a rapper.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And Angel Reese told her, I don't know why they be trying to push therapy down our throats because they just tell us anything just to, make us feel better. And she was like, no, that's not true. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's where I'm saying that generational shit will fuck us up every time. Every
Hmm.
fucking time.
All she did was heard somebody else tell her that.
Yeah, every time. And she said, and she admitted she's never been to therapy. See what I'm saying? So Noah's story, that's crazy because Noah's story as a single father caring for a disabled child, that adds a whole nother layer of representation because we don't hear about that often. So how important was it for you to show black men as nurturing, loving, and emotionally intelligent?
It was very important for me to show that because I've been around single dads and I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel like they get enough they don't get enough praise.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even trying to be that person, but us normally they leave us women to, take care of the crew or whatever. So normally I'm for a woman, she going to go live her life, leave the kids with the man,
Yeah.
it's okay. Do what you do, sis. But
Yes.
I did want to showcase the fact that men can do it if they wanted to do it. You gotta wanna be a dad and do it. And then me adding her disability, I feel like it would add an extra layer to it
Mm-hmm.
because her having a disability, he would have to have a certain level of emotional intelligence in order to, overcome that.
That's some deep compassion to have because it's never people don't understand how hard it is to take care of a disabled child. You know what I'm saying? So that is a different level of compassion and patience to have. And so, of course, in relationships, you just don't want anybody around your kid. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So yeah, the story deals with trauma, self forgiveness, rediscovery.
Hmm.
What message did you hope readers would walk away from when they finish this book?
Um, I really wanted them to know because I hear a lot of people saying like I'm this age and I haven't done this, I haven't done that. I wanted to showcase that as long as we got time, we can really just do anything. Like she went through a whole entire marriage, he went through all that he went through, but they still were able to find each other. And I'm that person where I just be like, man, I should have did this, I should have did that. Not just, allowing myself to just go with the process. Like I'm trying to rush the process and understand like why hasn't this happened for me? So I wanted to showcase that even though she was in something, she was able to come out of it and go into something better.
Yeah,
So
I think a lot of times that the human nature is to live with regrets instead of just out there doing what they need to do. We rather sit and wallow in our regret of not doing something because we see somebody else doing it or something happening at that time for somebody else, but not knowing the backstory of how they got there or what it is. And that is something that I wish more books would put in because a lot of people, and this is some real shit, people sit in their regrets, become envious, become jealous, become angry, and then they take it out on the next person and they miss a good thing or good friendships or good relationships or opportunities because of it.
mhm.
So how did you balance the professional aspect of Sydney's therapy world with the personal unraveling of her marriage and eventually her connection with Noah?
Um, the way that I wrote it, I know I was like, okay, in order for I was like, they're probably gonna be like, yeah, she's a marriage therapist, but she's also going through her own problems or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that for a reason because we really don't know what people battling offline
Mm-hmm.
or not even offline, but just at work or either my therapist, for example, I don't know what she goes home to. And
Mm-hmm.
so I did want to showcase that part of, you know, like I said, you never know what somebody is going through. So that's kind of what I would say that I wanted to do it in that way. And as far as Noah, um, I just wanted to showcase the man going to therapy.
Mm.
A man trying to be better and do better for his next relationship. Even though now it's something that's becoming more popular, I wish that more men would go to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I feel like me adding that into the storyline. would kind of be good to see. So,
Mm. So the book two is From Duty to Desire. Taylon's, that's her name, Taylon. Taylon's journey is out of abuse and into self worth of power. What did writing her story teach you about survival and grace?
um, to just take a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I know me for an example, I'm an overthinker. So a lot of stories that I write, I'm writing to myself because if she would not have just taken him up on that offer and, everybody, it's a marriage of convenience. If she would not have taken him up on that offer, she would never got to that point in life that she is now. And then I know us women are strong. And I feel like at that moment in her life, she just needed somebody to carry the weight a little bit for her. Like, so I wanted to also showcase that it's okay to put the bags down a little bit, let somebody else carry them for a while. It don't mean that you're weak or you're not strong. It just means that you just need a break to get yourself back together. So I wanted to showcase that in that story.
Y'all better listen to Bag Lady by Erica Badu. Everything she said in there was real, y'all. So Reggie offered her safety and stability, but love still had to be learned. So
Mm-hmm.
how do you write relationships that are emotionally safe but still passionate?
Um, through certain deep conversations. I'm a conversationalist. Like I know I
Mm-hmm.
get on my husband nerves because if we outside, like he tell me all the time, do you have to be so deep? Yes, because I want to know. So I feel like just talking and really having those hard conversations where I'm talking about what's your childhood trauma or what's something that's something you never told somebody about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you have those type of conversations, it builds this deep safety net to where if we do come through certain type of problems, I know you deep inside to where I feel like we can overcome certain things.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to display so many deep conversations because I'm pretty sure everybody know their husband like the back of their hand. They know what triggers him, what makes him happy. And I feel like knowing that is the only way that y'all can get through tough times.
Mm-hmm. So marriage to convenience is a popular trope. Like
Mm-hmm.
that well, um it's a popular trope usually in white books, but you don't see it that often in black books. I need to see more. It's but yours feel deeply intentional. Why do you think readers resonate so much with partnerships built from healing rather than perfection?
Um, because I think everybody wants that safety net.
Mm,
So for him just allowing her, to come in and just rest and do what she needs to do to get back on her feet. In real life, we don't see that too many times.
yeah.
So I believe it's like refreshing because, like you said, it is in the white community. But for a black woman to just rest and somebody to just help her get on her feet, like me just thinking about it, that makes me happy because it's like we already go through enough. So
You
that's why
know.
I really wanted to showcase that and
So
write that.
Brittany and both uh Sydney and Taylor stories are about choosing oneself before choosing love. Was that a deliberate theme across these two books?
Yeah, that was the whole reason behind the Hideaway Haven and even the third book, which it just haven't came out yet. Is I had to learn how, in order for me to love someone else, I gotta love me first. Because how can I know to love somebody else if I don't know fully how to love myself? And
Right.
I think both of them were going through things like the first one being in a arranged marriage that didn't serve her. She was doing it for somebody else.
Mhm.
Taylor being in an abusive relationship, she was just staying there basically because she really didn't. That was her foundation. She didn't have nowhere else to go. So it's like in both of their stories from the beginning, they weren't choosing themselves.
We do that a lot as black women. We never choose
Mm.
ourselves first, and when we do,
Yep,
they
yep.
say that we're selfish.
Mhm.
So let's get into the Sunday Crown series. This is an amazing series. This, as a black woman, if anybody in here is a black woman, this is a series you should read because we know about black hair salons and we know about barbershops. So this is very important to read. So let's start with book one. I'm not gonna go over all the books because it's 6 books in the series. Um, Sunday at the Salon. The salon is like the sacred is sacred in our community. So it's where secrets, advice, and self love mix with conditioner and gossip, good gossip. So,
Mm-hmm.
what made you center a series around that space?
Well, I used to go to the salon all the time with my grandma, and just hearing them talk. And sometimes I just be like, dang, they a little bit too open. I don't know if I just be up in here, just sharing everything. But I looked at it as if that's their statement because my grandma every week she did not play. Every week she's going to that hair salon. So when I was thinking about something else to write, because I wanted to write something just for women.
Mm,
If nobody has noticed, I'm a girl's girl through and through. So when I thought about it, I ended up going to the salon and I was like, I want to do a salon series. And so I'm
mm,
like, yeah, I'm gonna think of all these different hairstyles and just find stories centered around different hairstyles. So
mm. Each client, Lachey, Keesley,
hmm
and Catrice, and Desi
hmm
represents a different phase of womanhood. How did you decide which stories to highlight?
um I really was talking to my sisters. I have four sisters,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the second. And like every name is my sister's middle name, like Desiree Lachey. I made it to where it's, and my daughter, her middle name is Desiree, which is where Desi came from. So I was just talking and just telling them like, yeah, your story gonna be this, your story gonna be that, and I kind of bounced ideas back and forth with them. So that's kind of where I came up with how each storyline would go.
Mm. So, how do you think salons and barbershops for men have evolved as storytelling places for Black folks?
Um, I feel like now a lot because I know my husband for a fact he does not go and sit on nobody's couch. But I have heard him say before that they had a good session at the barbershop.
Mine too.
So I feel like now in this time they do use that as a form of therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And then even me going into the salon recently, we feel like we battling so much until we listen to what somebody else going through. And we like, okay, well maybe I'm not, maybe it ain't that bad. Maybe I need to be a little bit thankful. So I did want to showcase how, and I feel like reading is an escape. And for me, I know people like I don't want to read traumatic stuff with people going through stuff, but me reading somebody else going through something, it centers me and bring me back. Like, okay, let me be thankful for where I'm at now because it could be a lot worse.
I mean, if people don't realize escapism, that is a illusion.
Mm-hmm.
That is an illusion because escapism is not just escaping from what you're going through. You're seeing through the lenses of somebody else's eyes that is fictional, going
Right.
through a situation that you can resonate with and maybe possibly take something out of it and deal with your own shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it. So, what does healing one style at a time mean to you?
Um, Healing it looks different and it goes through different phases.
Mm,
So, I know everybody has if you've been in love, hopefully, you understand what healing is and heartbreak. So, healing for me might look like me staying at home. Healing for this person might mean she gonna go out and she gonna go party. So I wanted to showcase that healing looks different and just put a different spin on it as far as like hairstyles and as far as stages. It might take me a week to get to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop crying. Or, some people they might not cry at all. So I did want to showcase that healing looks different for everybody.
yeah. So, book two, Braided, Not Bound. That title alone is like poetry. Braided, Not Bound. How do you use hair as a metaphor for freedom and identity in your writing?
I looked at it as far as how we do in our everyday life. I know with my oldest daughter, yeah, I was going through it so much. Postpartum hit me so much that I just cut all my hair off. I cut all
Mm,
my hair because I was just like, maybe if I can just brush my hand through my hair and I can feel my scalp, I just feel free out. I won't have to worry about getting up doing my hair. I can just put some water on it or anything. And I know people be like, when a lady dyes her hair, it's a new chapter or whatever. So I use things that us black women use in our everyday life. As far as, yeah, you cut your hair, you get a new style. We look at it as this, okay, this is a new phase I'm entering in my life. So
So, what truths did you want readers to pull from the main character's transformation, both literal and emotional?
Literal. Am I having like a back? Cause I feel like I hear like a echo. Is it echoing on your end?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, that might just be me. As far as literal, I feel like I put so much in. Like as far as braided not bound, um, she doesn't want to disappoint anyone. Like she know what she wants out of life, and she's finding herself in this situation that she really doesn't want to be in. She wants to be with, someone else, but she know that it's going to be frowned upon. So literal, I wanted people to know the fact that you really can't. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Right.
So it gets to a point where I have to make a decision for myself because at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna be there to hold me at night and be there with my thoughts but me. So in the end, any decision that I make should be for me. And after a while, they'll get used to it. I mean, if you don't want to be around because I choose this, then you don't have to be around. So I did want to showcase that because I do have a lot of friends who they don't make certain decisions because of the outcome or the backlash that they're gonna get for it. So I wanted to showcase that with that story.
Okay. So, in book 3, this will be the last one in the series that I'm going to go over. Press Not Broken.
Oh, my girl Lachey.
You wrote about 4C hair and how the salon becomes a sanctuary. What does it mean to write that softness and validation into spaces that society often polices?
I really hated the fact that it got to the point where everybody was saying like, I have this type of hair, I have that type of hair, and it started to become, oh, you got good hair, or you got coarse hair, or you got this, you got that. Because that was my sister for the longest. She would not wear her natural hair because it wasn't curly like everybody else's, and she had shrinkage. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all because I feel like we can find beauty in all forms. And the fact that, and I wanted to showcase her getting bullied for it because people don't realize, like, yeah, we might say a little funny joke or whatever, but it might not be funny to them. You don't know what they face. And that really is where that came from. And I know when my sister got her first silk press, she just thought she was that girl. And I was so happy for her because when you have a silk press, they like, oh, you got your hair straightened or whatever. But I wanted to showcase her finding and realizing that even if my hair is with my 4C or if it's pressed, I'm okay. I need to learn how to love my hair regardless of the texture, the style, and everything. So I really wanted to showcase that with that story because she's not broken. She just pressed.
Facts. I love it. So, how do you create such realistic and layered conversations among women without it feeling performative or over explained?
And I think maybe that's me because I feel like I do over explain. I feel like I have gotten to be very wordy. Um, so I don't know. Maybe y'all think I'm wordy, maybe not. But I just don't feel like certain stuff is talked about enough. I don't feel like because like I like to read, but I need to also get something out of it. Like when I get done reading, I need to be able to be like, okay, well, what did I take away from this book? So
Yeah. So, let's get to the bane of my existence. Why I want to cuss your ass out. The Mind, Body, and Soul series. Oh my fucking God. So, book 1, Body Count. Rivers Rivers blog. This is Rivers blog. Body Count reclaims sexual agency in a way that challenges the double standards Do you see her as an archetype of Black women's reclamation of bodily autonomy?
Mm-hmm. Most
Why?
definitely.
Why?
Because she was so unapologetic about it. And it gets to the point now where like where I have friends because I'm married, been married for 5 years. I've been with my husband since 17.
Hmm.
So I have a lot of friends who were in the dating scene. And it gets to a point where, they date around, but they're not honest about certain things because you're automatically judged.
Hmm.
Like they can go be with the whole world and we don't say nothing about it. But if we be like, hey, it was X amount of people, is
Hmm.
oh no. And I wanted to showcase because who's to say I have to be defined by my body count? That means absolutely nothing.
And they miss out on amazing women. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I look, I love River because at the end of the day, it is not my fault that you insecure about who I fucked. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not my fault that I love myself so much. I do what the fuck I want when I want, and then I move
And like
around.
men never try to get to the bottom of it. Like they don't never ask like, okay, well, because I feel like it's a story behind everything. It's a reason why I moved the way I moved. So instead of you judging me, try to understand why. Why did I get to this point? So
Because it's a patriarchal system that constantly, I don't give a damn if you black, white, purple, green, men, and if there's any men on here, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Y'all be sitting here always talking about this bitch a hoe. This bitch is a good girl. Not knowing the good girl, only reason she ain't a hoe is because she was taking it up the ass. She decided to keep her virginity, but she was taking it up the ass and she was deep throating your boy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a double standard that is ridiculous. And unfortunately, women play a part in that because they're so used to misogyny that they asses will fall right in line with the motherfuckers that are telling us you got to be pure as fucking white snow and come to the damn marriage of fucking virgin, but I can fuck whoever the fuck I want because I'm a man. I'm
right.
supposed to do that. So I love that story. Now let's get into this crazy ass motherfucker. Okay, you put that thriller
Mm-hmm.
aspect to it. Huh. Me and she was sleeping with came up dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it went beyond romance. You know what I'm saying? It was some psycho ass shit. He was a little pussymatized. The cat
Mm-hmm.
had took him over. How did you manage merging empowerment with suspense without losing the emotional depth between it?
I just kept telling myself, well, I don't. I'm a real sucker for a plot twist.
Mm,
If y'all think it's gonna go one way, I'm gonna make sure that it does not.
notice.
Oh. So I don't know. And then I know a lot of people love an unhinged man, and so I had to bring in some kind of because to be honest, with the type of attitude and the personality River had, he couldn't just be just no anybody.
Nah.
She needed somebody that was really gonna match her, like match her chaos. So I feel like I had to make him a little crazy.
But that nigga came back for I get my leg back and dicked her down so good, she didn't know what to do with herself.
Didn't
Now
know
that's some scary ass dick. When you get some dick that damn good, you are confused on your own person. Like, why do I exist? Like, god
And then I did
damn.
want to showcase too, like, because I hear people saying like when they get to their like 30s and 40s, yeah, I've been having the best sex of my life. And so I wanted to showcase like she's with these men and men. I love my husband, but I don't even like niggas for real. A man can't tell me
Same,
nothing. So
same.
I wanted to showcase the fact that you know when you really know what you like and you learn your body, then you really realize that they really ain't out here doing nothing.
They
So
not. They not.
I wanted to make sure to showcase that, but I knew that the person who matched her, he had to be somebody that she was just like, hold on, I didn't know it can get this good.
But
So
see, it's a difference when a man knows his own body and can really explore a woman's body. There's a difference between exploring a woman's body compared to just three pumps and a fucking twist. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think people get it so confused when they say, oh, she had a rough run with men, so now she with women. No, a woman knows another woman's body, and they sick
mhm.
of your ass. You can have the biggest dick in the world, and you can have a short stroke game. But if you ain't trying to learn my body, what is the point?
What is
What
the
is the
point?
point? The saying, "Make love to my mind first, you got me."
Mm-hmm.
And he had her like thinking like every
Oh yeah,
five seconds,
you can mentally stimulate me, then you on the right track.
and that's why I loved him. But he was nuts. He was nuts, though. People, you're right. People are all about that virginity culture. What the fuck
Hmm.
are we, pilgrims around this bitch? I
Got to
like.
the point now where I be telling people, I don't know if I'm finna just marry somebody and I don't even know what he can do. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. No, we're not
Girl,
doing that.
please. I need to at least try out the goods. God,
Let me
God.
try it. Let's see what it is. If it ain't too bad, then we might can do something.
I look. Hey, I like the way you think. I like the way you think. So, in body language too, which I want to throw my candle at you all the way from Chicago and throw it to your
I
head.
had to do it. But y'all know I don't know if I said it before, but I don't know if nobody know. I feel like body count and body language really is me as an author because I work in corporate America.
Hmm.
So my first the Hideaway Haven series and then Sundays at the Salon, I feel like I was playing it safe. Like I love them, but I don't feel like I was able to actually like use my creativity because I was scared they was gonna find me and fire me. Um, so I really just had to get to a point where I'm just like, well, if they find me, then if they fire me, it is what it is. Um, so
Honestly, this is just my opinion. I don't know if anybody read your word, all of it, and agree with me, but I'm gonna say this. I feel like Hideaway Heaven was you stepping your toe into the water. I feel like the Crown Salon series was more so a love letter to black women and basically giving us situations where we all could relate from, and you was easing your way into where you are now with body language and body count and that because and I read the story before these stories, the what
mhm.
is it, the storm.
It was calm after the storm. Now it's silent surrender.
Is that the same, is it the same story or is it, have you changed it?
I had to change a little bit, but it's basically the same. Basically
And
the
I
same.
feel and I feel like that story matches up with body count and body language. I feel like that those stories kind of just made you just come out with it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Sunday at
Me
the
hearing
salon.
it and getting back a message the next day asking for the full manuscript, it made
Hmm.
me kind of be like, okay, maybe this is,
It
let me
was,
stop being scared.
yo, that was such a good. I'm gonna get into that, but that was such a good story. I
Mhm.
was sitting there. Now I said, now what she mean? Some aspects of me. Are she trying to call me crazy?
No, because I have always been a fan. Always been a fan. That's why when I be saying stuff like "Lord, Mama, I made it," because I would have never thought that I would be in this space right now. But I've always been a fan. Even just watching like the way that you talk and the way that you are, like how headstrong you are. I was like, okay, I
Mhm.
do want to write a story about somebody who's that strong. And then when I thought about the name, I'm like, yeah, this would be good. I can do some sisters and I can make the names kind of match. So, yeah.
That shit was wild. But I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get to that. But body language. This book was so emotional and twisted and crazy. The book digs into control, vulnerability, feminine empowerment, and feminine power. Do you think what society calls a sin is often just women living in their truth and being free?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. I really don't like the fact that everything that we do is so policed. Like, They
Mm,
are like it's always something bad that's being said about it. Like I'm so tired of that. I'm so tired of double standard.
hmm.
So
I think the reason we have double standards is because there's a whole bunch of men running around here insecure in themselves and their own self worth, and I'm saying that across the board, men, not a color, just across the board. There's so many that outshine over the ones that actually care about us and want to keep us safe, but also want us to be ourselves. That society is just built around it. Look who's in the White House. I'm just saying.
yeah, we're supposed to just sit pretty and follow their lead. That's what
Yeah.
they want us to do.
I mean, it was to me. I resonate with this story so much because I was in the military. I was in the Marines. I was doing a job that they would not recognize at the time before women could do those jobs. I wasn't recognized, but I was doing that job out here next to these men, in charge of these men, and they hated it. They
Mm-hmm.
hated it so much they used to call me Sergeant Bitch. Not because I was a hard ass, which I was, but it was just because I was a female. So they used to just call me Sergeant Bitch. And because I was so into, how society treat women, I just let it fly. Because I just like, I ain't even finna argue with you niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then, just being in sports and stuff. I play rugby, I play football. Those type of sports are so male dominated. Oh, you gotta be gay.
Yeah.
It's never congratulations. You're
Mm-hmm.
doing a good job.
It gets to a point where if you can't give me that respect, I'm gonna have to eventually just demand it.
Yeah. Even being a dom, with me being a dom, right? Even though I'm married, but I'm a dom. Not in a lifestyle with my husband before y'all think, because y'all, if you know Jonathan, you know he ain't going. But I'm a dom, so there is, even in that space, BDSM. It's like, okay, you a dom, but I'm gonna try you to see if you really a dom type deal. So I get it. Her being a midnight ballerina, I get it. I get it because society just is fucked up when it comes to women in general. So Kendrick sees her beyond her body. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was fucking the brakes off her ass, but why was it important to show a man loving her in her wholeness, not just in her sexuality?
Um, I really wanted to showcase, and I say showcase a lot, but I really wanted to show, um, just us not looking at the outside of somebody like because I know a lot of people they feel like oh she's a dancer, yeah, that's not my type. You don't even know who she is on the inside. You don't even know her reason for dancing, or do she have goals to get to while trying to dance. And I feel like dancing is a form of art,
Mm-hmm.
and so I feel like only certain people understand. Like I'm a music head, and it might be some people where I feel like my love language is music. Like some days I just send my husband a song. Like I ain't got to text you nothing. I'm just sending you a song. So I wanted to show, as far as dancing as an art that can actually speak to you because you
Mm-hmm.
know I'm a strip club girly. I love to go to a strip club.
Ooh.
So and I like when I say it's just like a different form of art, just watching that because half of that stuff I can't do none of that. So
Girl, my knees will be gave out on my
I'm
ass.
talking about I'll be done fail. So I just really just wanted to show that because you really don't know who nobody is. Hell, I can have the best job ever, but in the inside, it can be nasty.
Yeah. And then a lot of people don't realize a lot of strippers are doctors, med students, corporate professionals, and they just enjoy it because it is an art form. They even have competitions now for
Right.
it's like pole gymnastics or some shit like that they do. So please,
In
it's
certain
these
lifestyles, I need that quick money. I can't go get a job and wait till next week to get paid. I need my money.
yo, because the way this economy is going, we all gonna be there. We all gonna be there. So in body language too, you're fucked up for this. Not only are you fucked up for this, you had emotional damage. I need you to pay the bill for the doctor because that's some bullshit. That was
I
some.
had to do it though. I had to do it though, cause
Did
y'all
you?
hated that man. Y'all hated that man. Didn't even know that
Yeah,
man.
but come on,
And
Netra.
that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted y'all to see. Like y'all be hating people and don't even know
Well,
what's really
his
going on.
okay. We don't know, but you wrote it so well. We knew something was up. We
Mm-hmm.
knew something was up. So it ain't that we ain't know. You wrote this shit. We knew something was up. You just hadn't told us yet.
But y'all didn't give him no grace though.
Fuck
Nobody was like,
no.
"Oh well, it might be." Y'all was like, "No, we don't like
Man,
him.
fuck
Well,
that.
I'm standing on it."
He carried himself like a bitch ass nigga. He carried himself like a bitch ass nigga, and that's why I ain't like him. I don't know about nobody else, but I ain't like him because he was a bitch ass nigga. That how that went. So the sequel explores trauma, protection, and choosing love after chaos. Why was it vital for you to show that love doesn't erase pain, but can still coexist with healing?
Um, because I think that's my life. That's my life. It might be other people's lives. I don't know. I tell people all the time. I feel like I thrive in chaos.
Mm?
That may not be a good thing, but even down to like my work style, like um, I do a to do list, and sometimes I wait till the last 2 hours to try to get everything done. Even
Same.
down to writing papers, I'm probably going. Even though I got a month to do it, I'm gonna wait till the last few days. So
You
I
are
feel
in
like,
school, ain't you?
huh?
You are in school, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm getting my second master's degree.
Girl, I'm never going back. Never.
Oh, I'm never going back after this. Never. Mama
Never.
like, you gonna get your doctorate? No, ma'am. I'm done.
Never. My mama's still praying for that medical school degree. Never.
Oh, now you should do that. Now I'm not gonna say don't do that.
Never.
You should do
Never.
that. That'll be so great.
She
Y'all
got
should
three
do
degrees from me. She okay. She okay. She will live.
that.
Now,
I
now.
need it.
So your writing often speaks to black women who are tired of being strong.
Hmm.
And how do you honor softness without shaming survival?
Um, because I try to show both sides. I
Mm,
try to show how hard the survival is to where you would be like, I really want them to reach a soft landing.
mm,
Um, that's why I wanted this book to be so much deeper, y'all. But I think I'm gonna have to just do it separate because you know I went deep when it came to Neil's mama when they had their conversation. Like when I say the trauma was on page, like I went into detail, and I'm like, yeah, they gonna cancel me. Let me take
no,
this out.
they not. Please, Nitra. Man, y'all bitches need to shut the fuck up. Okay, I
But I
need
think
these
I'm still
stories.
gonna release it. But I don't think that I'm gonna publish it. I think I'm gonna just let people buy it off my website or something like that.
I
How
don't
much
care
you
how
get
you
it?
do it. I need all of that. I need all of
Yeah,
that
'cause
for real.
a lot of people don't like, you know what she went through. You read it. A lot of people don't like to see that on page.
Okay, this is.
But I wanted to showcase how that led her into the addiction and things.
But see, this is my thing. This is my thing. It's too many sensitive gangsters around here.
Yeah.
And some of us are real gangsters and we want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we remember stuff like Donna Goines. We remember, when books were crazy graphic. I just
Hmm.
feel like even if you release it on your site, I just feel like stories are supposed to be told the way they're supposed to be told. Like, I don't want to have y'all stifle y'all creativity because all these sensitive fucking warriors.
I was born in Gary, Indiana, so my mama had so
Oh, you
many
right by
stories
me.
to
Hey,
tell.
neighbor. I'm Chicago.
But I ended up moving to Mississippi, so that's even worse. I came down here to what we deal with down south. So I want a lot of my writing to reflect certain stuff like that. But like I said, they so sensitive. But I'm gonna get to the point where I don't care no more.
Once again, I say I feel like if it don't connect, don't read it. Don't read
Yeah.
it. If it's too much, don't read it. It's bad enough y'all already got to do trigger warnings. It's bad enough y'all
Yeah.
already got to do that. I mean, so why not be able to write if it's in the trick, read the goddamn trigger warnings. If it's in the trigger warnings, why not put it out there? Cause it would connect with the story. It just, oh God, y'all irritating, man. Y'all make my ass itch. God damn. So you have a traditional publishing project on the way. On the way. And could you tell us about the book? And I feel honored. But I feel honored and I feel like, damn, am I that crazy? But I feel honored. Um, can you share with us about the book and how it may differ from your indie work?
Of course. So the title of the book is Silent Surrender. It follows the main character by the name of Storm and the male main character, his name is Niles. She's a triplet, so she has two other sisters by the name of Rain and Sky, and they have their own little operation going on. You know, they watch their mom go through certain things that they say that they're not gonna let other women go through. So they built this ruthless operation to eliminate men that the justice system just let get on by with the past. So in that process, she ends up breaking one of their biggest rules, and that's to never fall in love because they don't like men. They don't have a good track record with men as far as men in their lives or anything. So she falls in love, and it creates a situation where she has to choose the life that she built with her sisters or a love that she thought that she would never get.
Mm. Yeah, that whole situation with her bestie. Eh,
You know, I love a good love triangle, so
You know what's crazy? It wasn't my bestie, but I had a situation like that, and I wound up married to this one, and I was just like,
but I wanted to make it to where like it was so nice to where people be like, okay, well, I understand that connection that they had for each other.
it was like a trauma bond almost.
Most definitely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I so Storm was a interesting character.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't take any shit. Um, she was really protective over the people that she loved. I'm starting to see the similarities. Um, and she was, fighting love. I'm starting to see the similarities. Shut up, Johnson. She was fighting love, and she really couldn't accept it because she didn't think she deserved it. Almost.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. Yeah. Get out
Because
my
women
head.
do that all the time. We self sabotage. Like we feel like we're not deserving of certain stuff, and what makes us not deserving?
Get out my head. Um, so she sent me a message and told me that the storm was loosely. I'm gonna say loosely,
Yeah, we're
loosely,
gonna say loosely. We're gonna say loosely.
loosely off of my personality, loosely. So if y'all read it, don't go in there and tell about something. Yeah, this is storm. No, shut up. No, you don't know me. You don't know my life. you know. So when does it come out? When can we expect it? Where are we gonna be able to buy it? And who's it gonna
You
be up
should be
under?
able to buy it at all the major retail stores. It comes out officially on July the 1st of 2026. So we got a little minute, but you know the way time be going because it's already November in 2025. It'll be here in no time.
Are you excited?
I am excited. I'm excited. But it just feel like it's just been so long, and it's a book too. So I'm writing that right now,
I'm
and yeah.
scared for book two. Cause I was reading book one.
Rain was something now.
I was reading book one. I was like, oh, these sisters something. Now these some motherfuckers.
Mhm.
Cause the two sisters was like, you did what? I thought they was gonna go to blows. Like, bitch, I'll knock your ass out.
I wanted to showcase that black women, like, we can do so much. Like, by day, we can be one thing, and by night, we can be something else. Like, we so multifaceted that, we can just do so much. Like, I don't think they really understand the power that we have.
Yeah. So someone might ask, are you doing any arts for your new release?
For For Silent Surrender, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing one for that. I have to get with because it's with a publishing company, so I have to
Who are
get
you
with them to
publishing
figure out
through?
their Black Odyssey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get with them probably next year to figure out that their process. This is my first time, my first publishing book, so I don't know the ropes. I don't know how everything works, so I'm learning as the
Yeah.
process goes.
I love it. That's dope as shit. And then I can say, y'all, it's a book based off of my personality. I feel
Hmm.
important. I feel special. So, um, what does longevity look like to you as a writer in this industry that moves fast and often favors trends?
Um, I don't want to sound like but I feel like in my life I have always been a trendsetter. Um, in the way that I've always moved at my own beat.
Mm,
So I just feel like I'm gonna just stay true to myself and really just write what I feel like we need to read, not
mm,
just what we want to read. Because, like I said before, I like for my writing to be a certain level of poetry or a certain level of like a love letter to us. It's always a message behind everything that I write. So I don't really think that I'm really big on trends simply for the fact that I know that trends are going to always change and it's going to always die down. But if I just make sure that my writing has a message, I know that I never know who I need. Somebody might read Body Count 3 years from now and it might be just what they need. Instead of
right.
me following a trend that a couple years from now, nobody really paying attention to it. So,
Facts. Trends are great for the time, but don't get caught up in them. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So what advice do you give to new indie authors, hybrid authors who want to build careers rooted in being authentic rather than our algorithm?
Um, as far as new authors, I would just say when you're putting yourself out there, come with a personality.
Mm,
Come with the personality. Don't come as just like you're ready to market, because I see a lot of people when you build relationships and build community, um, and write in that way, I've seen it turn out better than just making it to where it's strictly marketing, marketing, marketing. Like
mm,
a lot of people I see that they want to know who is the writer. What is the writer like? What do they do? Or what does their life consist of? Like I said, I've been watching you for a while now. And I'm excited about your writing or whatever. So I feel like when you get to know certain things like that, it'll help. As far as being a hybrid author, I really want more indie authors to push themselves. And I was scared. I was scared of the careering process because I'm like, all these TikTok videos, people saying I done sent my manuscript to 18 people and got all these rejections. But I learned that me being new in the game and just go ahead and taking that leap, it kind of helped me because I didn't have certain habits, or I didn't have a certain mindset of, oh well, they only gonna like this, they only gonna like that. I just did it. So
mm.
I really want to let people know that it's just go for it. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen, because I did not know that they were gonna like it. When I say I had already sent it to people, like sending people arcs, I had got a cover made, everything, because I just knew I was gonna get a rejection.
Mm.
And when they asked for it, I'm like, hold on, well maybe I moved too fast. Maybe I was second guessing myself. Maybe I should just kept it, to myself. But also I am glad that other people got to experience it before. But yeah, just do it.
It's an amazing book. I can't wait for part two. And I want to read it again so I can see what changes and stuff that's in the book. So, where will readers be able to find you in upcoming book signings and events?
Um, as far as 2026, um, my anniversary is in February, so I'm not going as an author, but I'm going as a reader. I'm going to Vegas.
Cool. What Vegas?
I plan on coming to your event. I told my
Oh,
husband
you
last
planning to be
week.
sharing
Mhm.
this
I
event?
plan on coming to that one because I'm gonna be in Vegas that same week. So I said, why not? Why not?
I'm bringing my books so you can sign them.
Okay, that'll work. But that's my plan. And then I'm gonna be at Black Romance Book Fest, of course. Right now as just a reader, I'm on the wait list. So I gotta wait and see, how things pan out. In July I am in Houston at the it's Black Girls Read Too. They're doing a Black Author Expo. So I'm gonna be
Oh
at
yeah,
that.
I heard about that. Yeah, yeah.
And then in September, I'm going to be in Chicago at Jessica Watkins' event. So, as far right now, that's everything that I have planned.
Who knows? You might see me there. Who
Oh,
knows?
I forgot that you're there. Okay.
Who knows? You never know what place I'll be in there. You might
Yeah.
see me there. So what's next for you? Like besides the new book coming out, the traditional published one next year. But what's any new series, any new collaborations, and what is your dream project?
Okay. I have a novella releasing in January. Um, it's called Whole Phase.
Okay, Jasmine Sullivan. What the hell?
Yeah, it's called Whole Phase. It's spelled like, Heaux, but it is set place in New Orleans. It's a story about a young lady who has been inside for over a year because her therapist told her that she needs to heal, she needs to journal, she needs to do her affirmation. And she ended up listening to this podcast who says that every woman should experience a whole phase before they settle down.
Facts.
So she went on her a week-long vacation and had us some fun.
Oh, this about to be nasty.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be pretty good. But the message behind it, y'all, I was just like, yeah. So it's really for my single ladies who's going through that little phase of trying to date themselves and everything. Um and then of course Chloe's book, which is titled Mind Games. It's
Mm-hmm.
coming out, I'm gonna say by February, March. I'm gonna say that. And as far as my dream, you mean like just something that I want to write?
Something you want to write, or just a dream collab you want to do?
I don't know as far as a collab, but my dream book is I want to write this dystopian style book. And I already wrote the prologue for it, but I just gotta find the time. Like I guess I can go ahead and talk about it a little bit. It's set years from now where every state is ruled by its own leader. And the state that I'm gonna focus on, they have a one child act.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a lot going on. So yeah, I really want to write that, but I just be feeling like people gonna be like, dang, she loves switching these darn genres. But I read everything. So it's like I'm not one of those girls be like, oh, I only read romance, or no, I read everything. Fantasy, everything. So
Well, I would hope for I know not every author is multifaceted, but I would
yeah.
hope. That's why I be up here trying to get y'all to write paranormal every 5 freaking seconds.
Now
Like,
I can be y'all for my paranormal, that I feel like, the toughest thing for me is I feel like third person, oh, y'all got it.
you ain't
I
gotta
feel,
write it in third person. You can write it in first person.
well, yeah, but with people who write in third person, I feel like y'all a different type of smart.
Y'all a
Because
different type of smart, Lord Jesus. Girl, come on, give us this paranormal.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna take the time to write it, but I have to finish this series because I already didn't finish the Hideaway Haven series, and I'm gonna release it this year.
Okay.
But since I really came out of my comfort zone and stepped into urban romance, I
Mm-hmm.
just be like, do they even want it? But I'm gonna
Who is
finish it.
they?
Well, I'm
Cause
saying like people.
who?
I'm gonna finish it for sure. I'm gonna finish it because I'm almost done. So.
Lord Jesus. So where can readers connect with you? Do you have a Patreon, a Facebook group, and what's your social medias?
I do
Your
have a
website.
Patreon. I do have a Patreon. Patreon, they get the goods, and y'all know I'm down here in the South, so I want it to be feasible. They got me on Threads when I said that I was gonna do it $1. So it's even better. I said the next tier is $2 because it's not about the money for me, but it's I just like the community of it. So I know in the Patreon, everybody knows Ty, Neil's best friend. She has her own story. It's in the Patreon. Hooks and Zaja had their baby. That's in the Patreon. And as far as my socials, everything I am Netra FG. So you can find me everywhere with Netra FG. So.
Okay, now let me go ahead and get on that Patreon because I ain't know that.
Yeah, it got a lot of exclusive things because I've been trying to write a lot and trying to stay off social media because once I get to scrolling and once I get on TikTok and start watching these videos, I don't know how to get off. So I make it to where I'm more active on my Patreon. Like we chat a lot and talk about different things. So I really enjoy Patreon.
Yeah, I do too. I just gotta get it together and be more active because
Yeah, I want to join more, and I know a lot of people they say different things, but I'm a reader. I'm gonna always read. And so I like joining other authors' Patreon, not just because I want to see what's going on, it's because I'm a fan of you. I just want to see what you got going on, what else you gonna release.
I mean, on the Patreon, well, yeah. Yeah.
I know for body language, I did an experience for them. I collabed with a pole studio, and everybody was able to get. I sent it around. Neil gave everybody their private dance lesson.
Oh.
So yeah, it'd be like exclusives like that.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get on your Patreon. Yeah, I mean, you could join mine for free, but the exclusive stuff is paid for. But you can join mine for free because I just be cutting up.
That's I'm gonna pay for it.
I just be cutting up.
I'm gonna pay for it.
So I'm gonna do your outro and I'm gonna say some announcements and I'm gonna let you get out of here. Okay. So Netra Antoinette reminds us that love isn't just romance; it's revolution. From I rose to become to body language too. Her words teach us that healing can look like a silk press, a second chance, or simply choosing yourself first. So y'all make sure y'all get her books and tap into her catalog. I mean, tap into the whole catalog. You will not be disappointed, and do yourself a favor by reading those books because they are so good. Because this pen is blessing pages and healing hearts. So, as I always say, stay loud, stay loved, and stay black on motherfucking purpose. Announcement time. Wait, do you know what Urban Tea Room is?
Mm-hmm.
I need y'all to collab so you can get a book tea box from her.
Yeah, I'm gonna have them